A good offense is a good defense, right? Well, dare I say, not always. Do you love playing healers or support in BG3? Or maybe you wanna be a skill monkey packed with utility, but you still don't want to be squishy. Now, here's the thing about healers. They are not always appealing because in most fights, the best way to win is just finish the enemies quickly. So what's the point of being a healer then? Because it's awesome and interesting, and this is D&D, we are supposed to try every possible variable to make our gameplay more interesting. In this video, let me introduce you Barbarian Healer, aka Barbarian Support, combining two things that totally clash. One, a brute made for smashing enemies, and the other, a squishy spellcaster with a sprinkle of CC every now and then. The end result? Wreaking havoc on the front lines, soaking up every hit they throw at you, and somehow, neither you nor your team ever seem to die. Now that's something worth experimenting with. You're curious now, aren't you? To every healers out there, let's break down the details. Welcome to OG Games. First of all, to be a potent healer, we need to take a dip into Life Cleric class to boost overall healing abilities. Take all utility cantrip and spell you need because we won't get much use of it in the end. I suggest Guidance, Resistance, Thaumaturgy for conversational checks, Command and Sanctuary spell that exclusively get from Cleric. You probably already know how important these two spells are. I'll bring it back moments later. Next, multi-class into Bard and get skill proficiency to be a reliable face of your party or be a lockpicker. At level 1 spell, get Healing Word that you haven't taken from Cleric to heal your allies in a small fights whenever you prefer not to rage at the time. Lost Strider, a must-have ritual spell for movement and other utilities purposes spells you like. Take Lorebird subclass at level 3, we get more skills proficiency and cutting words to spend our bardic inspiration to save our allies or boost their hits. You can still use this feature while we are raging. Onto level 6 Lorebird Magical Secrets, we need Warden of Vitality, the bread and butter healing spell we use when we are raging because it's not a concentration spell. It's a decent 2d6 healing plus 5 from level 1 Life Cleric feature. The other spell, since you are up front and an easy target, I recommend Armor of Agathis for tanking to retaliate damage when you are hit by the enemies. It is aligned with damage reduction from rage, so temporary HP from Armor of Agathis will not so easily depleted. One important note, Warden of Vitality cannot be casted at higher level spell than 3, so Armor of Agathis might be the perfect choice and you can spend your one and only 4th level spell. Speaking of rage, now what Barbarian subclass should we choose? Bear Wild Heart is a solid pick if you want extra resistances to boost your durability, but for this build, actually, I recommend you to take Wild Magic subclass. Yeah, I know, it's not exactly the most popular pick across the internet, and sure, it might sound a little crazy, but hear me out. We got Magical Awareness, which boosts saving throws of every character near you. Perfect choice for Gishes or melee spellcaster. You need to stay close and maintain their concentration spell. And that's not all. You also get a ton of utility and crowd control options even if they are a bit random. But yo, that randomness, it's great! Some surges shine in the right moments, some just plain weird, but no matter what you get, they all bring something fun to the table. That's exactly what makes Wild Magic Surges such a blast. Get your Barbarian to level 5 to get extra attack and movement speed to get to the front line as soon as possible. Once your multi-class combo is set, start by casting Armor of Agathis outside of combat. Just be careful of fiery floors or any damaging terrain that could deplete your temporary HP before the fight even begins. On the first turn of our combat, cast Warden of Vitality, then use your bonus action to rage. Whatever you get from the Wild Magic Surge, embrace it, then charge forward and be the frontline tank your team needs. Provoke the enemies to attack you. From then on, each round is simple. Make 2 attacks, then use your bonus action to heal your teammate. You're not just taking hits, you're breaking enemy lines and throwing their formation into chaos, all while keeping your team alive. We got 2 paths or options of Feat weapon combo. First is the classic tanking Feat combo, while our Master Sentinel to spend a reaction to stop one enemy from reaching your ally. If you prefer this one, get yourself an extra reach weapon. Second, take Tough to boost our HP, Lucky to have more additional features to reroll attack roll, hit chance, or saving throws, and Shield Master to get resistance from Dex save spell. It aligns with Barbarian Danger Sense, you will be immune to Fireball most of the time. In this one, put on your favorite shield. Speaking of item choices or itemization, Whispering Promise and Hellrider's Pride for healers. Both gives Bless and Blade Ward when we heal an ally and accessible immediately after we get into Emerald Grove in Act 1. Here are other optional items you can get. For polearm users, I recommend Skin Burster to gain more physical damage reduction and retaliation damage from Force Conduit feature. For shield users, Absolute Protector from Act 2 is a good spell damage reduction and we get Fire Shield to cast before raging, or Swire Sledboard to get Force Conduit, and so many wide variety of great shields. Set your ability scores like this. Personally, I prefer stacking up on Heal Giant Strength potions, especially if you're using extra reach weapons. You'll need Strength for attack roll. But if you're going with shield build, you can dump Strength entirely and just use your favorite finesse weapon instead. As for race, I recommend Gold Dwarf for extra HP, perfect if you want to be tankier. Or go with Strongheart Halfling. Halfling Lock can act like emergency bardic inspiration, letting you reroll a crucial attack for your ally. This build really starts to shine in the mid-game around level 7 and onward. In Act 1, you might want to start your career as a healer and start with level 1 Cleric to get heavy armor proficiency. As plain and boring as it might seem, you are actually a solid support and, more importantly, a great party face for charisma checks and lockpicking, which matter way more in the early game. Plus, you got guidance and thaumaturgy. Back when I tell you in dipping into life cleric earlier, you are the perfect skill monkey. But personally, I prefer to be a barbarian in Act 1 because nothing beats barbarian at first 5 levels. Basically, I just smashed my way through Act 1. It spends almost no resources to hit hard every single round, very durable, unlike other classes that require spell slot or anything. Next, when you hit level 7 in Act 2, I suggest you respec into Life Cleric or Bard multiclass and wear heavy armor and start healing with Warden of Vitality. Lastly, multiclass into Barbarian for the rest of your career. Start with level 1 Barbarian to stack up even more HP than any other classes get at level 1. And there you have it! A Barbarian support shouldn't work, but thanks to Warden of Vitality, it is viable. Sure, it's random, it's weird, you are a great party face and lockpicker, a reliable healer, you are also a brute force. But you are not just a brute anymore, you are Naruto, you charge headfirst into danger, not just to destroy but to protect. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes this build so damn poetic. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it and worth your while. Maybe it'll add a little extra flavor to your next playthrough or reminds you of features you've seen before and never get the chance to do something fun. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.